Hi, I'm Chip Rome with your Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and you are watching In the Know. For this episode, we are at Mount Pleasant Area High School, and we are in the auditorium and learning about a show they're going to be putting on here. And joining me is Barb, Rolla, and Rich Bair, who are the directors. Hello, folks.
Hi.
Yeah. And Sue Ann Hurd, who is actually the music director. Correct. And they've been working hard with about, 45 students?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. And Rich, if you'll tell us what the show is for Christmas this year.
Okay, the show is A Christmas Carol, the musical, which is going to be different than anything anyone has heard about or seen at this point, and I believe in the Mount Pleasant area.
Yeah, that's great. Dates for the show.
It is December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 1st and 2nd is at 7 p.m., and the matinee on the 3rd is at 2.
Excellent. And Barb, would you talk about how people can get tickets?
Yeah, so tickets can be bought. Actually, we have a brand new system. One is through the Hometown app. We are now selling, for the very first time, tickets online. We've never done this before, so we're very excited about it.
Lots of new things this year.
There are a lot of new things with the theater program this year. The tickets can be found online through our Facebook page, which is the Mount Pleasant Area Student Theater page. There is an app that you can hop right on, and you can download the app, or there is a link right on our Facebook page, which is wonderful, and it takes you right to the place where you can buy the tickets. Or, of course, you can come and buy tickets directly from us right before all of the shows and buy your tickets directly from us, with cash, and it works that way as well.
Take cash.
We do, and we are also accepting, credit cards as well this year, which is wonderful.
Yeah, this is a big space. You have lots of seats.
Yes.
Yeah, hope to sell them all out.
We do.
That is the goal.
You have to come and support the kids. They've been working so hard.
And you do some different, you have like some VIP seats. And do you want to talk a little bit about the different prices of tickets and that?
Yes, so the VIP seats are, right up front in the auditorium. They're your best seats, and those ticket prices are $15. Then your regular general seating for adults is $12, and the student tickets are $8.
Excellent.
Yes.
And that's a small price for a great show, I'm sure.
It is, yes.
Now, Sue Ann, you are the music director, and
Yes.
as we were talking earlier, you said the music is a little challenging this year.
It's been very challenging. It's very singable. I was just talking with some of the kids a little while ago, saying this is so singable. The melodies are beautiful, but it's been a real challenge. The ranges are challenging, and when we got it with our recorded track that we'll use, it's very challenging to get the entrances where they need to be, but they've done a great job.
That's great. I'm sure you're working hard with them.
Oh, we are.
Students, you have a large range of students. They start in 4th grade and go through seniors, is that correct?
That is true. We have 4th graders this year, which are generally 10 years old, 9 years old, and then up through kids that are seniors.
Yeah. Now, Barb, you had mentioned one of the cast members who's a ghost started out as Annie. So you want to talk a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, that's Kaylee Corpiel. She started out with us in Annie as Annie and has been with us ever since, I believe, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now she is one of our lead ghosts. So, some of these kids start with us as elementary kids and stay with us up until their, senior high time. So it's nice to watch them start as elementary and grow with us and see how they grow and progress, in their vocal abilities, with Mrs. Hurd, and in their acting abilities and dancing abilities. So it's neat to watch them start young and see how they grow throughout the program.
I'm sure you see them mature as they go along, too, as a singer and just as a person,
sure,
too.
Yes. Their voices, they grow from having little kid voices to being mature, nearly adult voices. It's just a wonderful transition.
Yeah, as we come in, some of the cast was out in the lobby there, and you can tell they're excited.
They're very excited, nervously excited, as we all are.
Yeah, I understand. Rich, why did you pick this show?
Well, this particular Dickens story is what I consider timeless because it's reflects all times, periods of time. It's a broken relationship Scrooge has with the world, really. Mm-hmm. He's all about himself, but it's a story of redemption where he comes back and realizes what the important things are in life. Mm-hmm. So I think it's something that we can all relate to, and our Scrooge plays a pretty good part for us right now. He's going to be improving all the time. We're ready to present on the 1st. But I think
that's a big part.
It was a very big part. It's a lot to remember, a lot to know, and he doesn't always he's not always the focal point of the show. There's a lot of things that he observes, So that's another thing. You're going to be looking at what he's experienced most of his life, why he turns out to be bitter for some of the reasons of the show.
And
brings
the
up.
ghosts help reveal that as they take
They
him
do,
back.
absolutely. Every ghost reminds him of what he's been through and what he should be more thankful for.
Yeah. Now, the three of you are here, and you work very hard. And in addition to director, you're a choreographer for this show, too.
Yes.
But there's a lot of other folks that help behind the scenes. You want to talk about your production staff?
Yeah, we're very, very proud of our production staff. That's another big thing that has changed this year. We have about 10 to 12 different production management team staff that now help this year. That ranges from people who help with our programs to costuming to ticket sales to organizing the concessions to baskets to oh my God, everything.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do behind the scenes.
In a small period of time.
Yes, to lighting design, to set construction. It's not just what the three of us do here. It takes literally an army to put on a show. It's not a one-man show. It takes so many people.
Are those volunteers?
These are all volunteers. Yes,
I assume that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and these people give up their time just to help these children put on an amazing show for the community, and it's countless hours that that we all give outside of when we're here in this auditorium. I mean, hundreds of hours that they give, and that's why we need everyone to come see the show so they can see not just what the kids have done, but what these parents and volunteers have done. And we so appreciate the support of the community and what they've done for us as well.
You mentioned about some of the production staff helping with the program. So your playbill is different this year.
It is. We actually used to do the playbill like this several years ago, and I wanted to go back to this. The playbill used to really focus on the community, and I thought that was important to go back to that since the community here in Mount Pleasant has been such a huge support to the theater. We wanted to really show our support back to them. So one of the things we decided to focus on was making sure that the playbill focused on sponsorships.
Okay.
So what we did is each kid went out and got a sponsorship from different businesses throughout not just Mount Pleasant, but Scottsdale, Connellsville, Greensburg, really from all over the place. And they were offered half page or full page or a donor sponsorship. And so they were given ads. And so our playbill really focuses solely on businesses. And so that's how we wanted to also then give back to the community. And the community really came through.
That's great to hear.
It really is. And so the playbill is just absolutely gorgeous, and it's we're really proud of it this year.
And those funds help to pay the cost of the show, in which there's a lot of expenses from costumes to...
Oh, yes. Very, very expensive to do any show today. I mean, the price from New York to get the rights is between, most of the time, between $3,000 and $4,000, and you haven't opened the door yet.
Yeah.
So that's, and not to mention all the set design and the cost of costumes and everything that goes into it.
And you purchased the costumes this year as opposed to renting them.
We did, only because it's a little easier and about the same price, really, by the time you look into it. That way we don't have to return anything. We don't have to worry about anything that's lost or damaged. If it gets in that category with us, then we deal with it.
Okay.
So.
Now, the set is behind us, and it's still a work in progress, I would imagine.
It is a work in progress. It's a little.
We're early.
It is. Well, everything gets delayed when you're in a production situation. So it operates like a dollhouse. So at one point it'll show the outside of the building, and then during the show it'll open up and show the inside of his bedroom. So
Okay, that's neat.
Tom Pendrick is helps me with set design. He actually lays it out on paper and tells me what he's going to do. We approve it then, and then the kids will go ahead and paint. They will do some assembly. The heavier stuff is always handled by our adult volunteers, make sure that no one gets hurt. But yeah, they do as much as they can. The students do as much as they can to complete the set for us.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's big.
It is big, very big, 20 feet long.
And I see you have some things happening on the wings.
Things are happening on the wings, yeah. It should be a good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully people show up for us.
Well, we covered a lot here, folks. There's a lot happening here in Mount Pleasant, and we're getting ready for Christmas. Anything else you want to hit on about the show? Anything else you want to share that we didn't hit on?
Just asking people, we put all this work into it and we really appreciate the support of the community, but the biggest support comes from people coming in and filling the seats. They can put all this work into it, but it doesn't mean anything if people don't come in and sit down and watch the hard work that the kids put into it. That's the most important thing.
I'll give you an example. If you fill the auditorium, you can't imagine how excited the cast is to see that happen. And the very first musical we did, which was quite some time ago, was Grease. And I had a senior come up to me. Actually, we had so many people in here that the principal allowed young kids to sit on the floor in the front here in the pit. And she looked out at the amount of people that were here. Every seat was filled for the opening night. And she said, "What if we're terrible?" And I looked at her and I said, "These people are never coming back."
And they did come back.
did.
So it was good.
It was very good.
And they're making memories here too. These students. They'll remember this for a lifetime.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing to do, to be in a show. Yeah. It's a lot of responsibility, individually responsible. You're responsible to make sure you know your lines and where you're supposed to be. It really makes you sharp.
Yeah, and life skills too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I ask them to create a character, we usually start off with exactly who they are, and hopefully by the time that we open the doors, they aren't themselves. They're somebody else.
And most importantly, we're trying to create a family here, a place where these kids can feel like they belong. Because a lot of these kids, maybe they're not part of another sport or another team, and some of them are, but we just want a place where they can feel like they belong and
Build relationships.
That's right. Build a relationship and build a family. And so we just want that support. And, hey, it's the holiday season. And, this is a great holiday show. And it's a great way to kick off the season. Yeah. So, come and bring your family. And it's a great show for any age. So it's a great way to spend a few hours with your family.
Now, I will mention one more thing, just in case. When I did this 10 years ago myself. Twice. The first time we did it, we had young children in the auditorium, and they told me after the show that I was the scariest character because I played the ghost of Marley. So it might be a little intense for very young kids, but it's supposed to be a comedy relief. But they're young; they don't always take it that way.
Right. Rich, if you will, give the dates and times again. Please.
Sure. December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The 1st and the 2nd, which is a Friday and Saturday, is 7 o'clock. The matinee on Sunday the 3rd is at 2 p.m.
And I failed to mention there's a dinner, too, that the foundation is having.
The Mount Pleasant Foundation on Saturday is having a dinner. Tickets for that are sold separately. And I believe that is beforehand from 4:30 to 6:30. Dinner price for adults is $12 and children under 12 are $8. And those tickets are also available on our Facebook page. Those tickets can be bought there as well.
So that's an additional way to help. Kind of like a dinner
Yes.
theater.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly.
just like a dinner theater. Yes.
Well, thank you for your work with the
Yes.
students here. And looking forward to the show. And Merry Christmas, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And now you're in the know.